Coach joins us now. Coach, it's Michael, Don, and Peter. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing okay. It's been a couple of days now since the Black Friday game. Your overriding thoughts on what took place on that day, Coach?
It wasn't good enough, obviously. Felt like we were playing really well on defense, trying to settle the going into the locker room. Felt like we were gaining momentum. Obviously, the Hail Mary at the end of the half was extremely unfortunate, and just couldn't get anything going in the second half to close the gap.
How does that happen at the end of the half, Coach? I'm sure you practice, even though they're not defensive players, to tackle. Like, how does something like that break down?
It starts with execution of the play. Just looking from a quarterback standpoint, he could have bought himself an extra hitch. I think he had an extra hitch, but he's got to get some more air underneath the ball to give his guys a chance to get down there to go make a play. So the timing was a little bit off. The release point of the ball was a little bit off. And then from there, it's unfortunate. You've got two receivers on the ground. I thought Garrett tried his tail off, worked his butt off. I think he ran like 200 yards to try to go get the Holland down. And then you just got a bunch of old linemen trying to run it down with a quarterback. It's obviously not an ideal situation, and it was just a very, very unfortunate play.
Yeah, well, I wanted to piggyback on that because we don't have access to the All-22 coach. Do you think that your players gave enough of an effort other than Garrett to make that tackle?
Yeah, like I said, the two receivers, two of the receivers were on the ground. I know Conklin tried to catch it because it looks like there was a little delay in him, but he's playing for the tip, and then I think it kind of surprised him that the safety caught it on the run, basically. And then from there, it might look like people aren't giving effort, but they're linemen. Linemen don't move very fast.
Right.
But guys were working. Brees got caught up on a block, but other than that, there was all your speed and athleticism is basically in the end zone. And it's why if there was 4 seconds left in a game, you would kick the ball off, right, and try to kick it out of the end zone instead of squib it, because you want their offense to come on the field where they got 5 big men. Right, and you just got less guys who can handle the ball, so you'd rather be in a defensive rugby situation than a special teams rugby situation because they have more athletes. That's why you've seen where, and it happens a lot, where on a long field goal, that field goal team and cover one of those short kicks, it becomes just hold your breath and hope they get them down, and you just don't have the athletes on the field to overcome a player getting out in the open. Now, on a Hail Mary, rarely does he ever get in the open because it's a big old jump ball and everyone's trying to knock it down and bodies on a body and people are fighting to try to catch the ball. So usually 99 out of 100 times falls harmlessly into the ground. The other time somebody catches it. But rarely does it. I think 0.1% is when he actually takes it back for a touchdown.
Coach, obviously there was a lot of frustration among the fan base and everybody in the production that we saw from Zach Wilson. I say this respectfully. You made the move to Tim Boyle. I don't think fans saw anything that made them believe any more in Tim Boyle than what they'd seen in Zach Wilson. How do we get to this point in the season, and that's the best we could put out there at quarterback?
Look, the guys got to keep working. It is an all-11 thing, which is the same thing I've been preaching. We've and they're not excuses; they're just unfortunate things that have been happening, and we've had extreme turnover on the offensive line. And I know injuries happen. Trust me, I'm not naive to that, and you've got to be able to line up and overcome them. But when it's a weekly thing and it happens on the 4th play of the game, and you're never really getting a chance to get into a rhythm to create any kind of identity within the first couple of weeks. Empathetically, it's hard. It's hard for coaches. It's hard for players. Does anyone care? No. We've got to find a way to get it done. And so the guys are working. Everyone's working their tail off. Everyone's trying to figure it out. With these last 6 games, it's a simple challenge. I think when you're struggling, the normal response from everyone, coaches and players alike, is to try to do it yourself. Coaches trying to find the perfect play. Players trying to create the biggest explosive, and all we're doing is making things worse. Rather than stick to the things that we built during OTAs and training camp and try to find ways to get better every single day with the guys who are in the lineup and focus on the things that we've got control over. But, so it just hasn't been good, especially since the Giants game when I feel like the wheels probably fell off on the O-line with the injuries that we suffered in that game. But we'll get it back going. We're going to get better over these next 6 games. We're going to find a way to put out a much more competitive product.
All right, so just to follow up Peter's question, Coach. So you hung with Zach Wilson after the 4 plays and Rodgers went down, and Zach didn't play well. But Tim Boyle didn't play well. And Zach Wilson is a former number 1, first-round, second pick in the draft. Why not have him back in there for the rest of the way? What's the difference at this point?
I love you guys, man.
They were begging for him to be out. Now we're begging for him to be back in.
I mean, Tim Boyle is a 29-year-old journeyman.
I think you mean the opposite of love when you say that.
No. Same thing that makes you laugh and make you cry. But,
right.
Look, Tim had a really good training camp too, and we got to give him a chance to go play and give him a chance to see if he can build on anything. I do think he had he did some good things in the game. Obviously, not all of them great, and he's got to improve on things. But again, we need more from the O-line. We need more from the backs. We need more from each other. We need more from our coaches. And so give him another opportunity to go out there and spin it, and we'll make the evaluation from there.
Would Simeon ever be an option if things didn't work out against Atlanta?
We'll see. Obviously, he's dressing as the number 2, so he's getting a couple of weeks where he's truly preparing himself to be a starter. It's what a backup does when you're. Let's be real. When you're the practice squad guy, you're there, but you're not as locked in. I think it was encouraging last week to see him prepare with Tim and Zach, and all 3 of them really, really engaging and putting in the work. And so obviously he's lining up as a number 2, so he would be in consideration to go in if it didn't go well.
All right, so Alan Lazard was a healthy scratch, and that's a little bit of an eyebrow raiser. He's one of the free agents that came in during the offseason. Coach, is that because he's been ineffective? He's had a lot of drop balls. What was the reasoning behind that decision on Friday?
A little bit of both. Both things can be true. One, we wanted to give Brownlee a chance to get out there and show what he can do without disruption of reps. And 2, just Alan, and I think he'll admit it, he hasn't been playing up to the standard at which got him that big payday to begin with. He's a big receiver. He's a talented receiver. He's a great young man. And I know he'll come around, but we, along with, the struggles that he'd been having, we felt like it was a good opportunity to give Brownlee a lot more reps, and credit to Brownlee. I thought he did a really nice job.
As bad as things have been, Coach, you're still mathematically alive to make the playoffs in the AFC. The fans may not believe it. We may not believe it. But do your players still believe it? Do they still have the confidence to salvage the season?
Well, that's the thing. Confidence is a fragile thing, and I do know that our players do believe in one another, and sometimes we just need to remind each other what we need to reconnect to help ourselves win. We've proven over the last 4 games that making stuff up does not help. That makes it worse. But if we reconnect to our identity, our each individual identity, we'll at least give ourselves a chance to be functional. And you can't win a game until you become functional. And over the last couple of weeks, obviously, I think we all agree that it hasn't looked good. And like I said, I think it's a result of a lot of guys pressing on offense, guys pressing on defense, special teams, everyone trying to make the hero play when all they need to do is make their play within the identity at which they represent. But, so are we mathematically eliminated? No. Will things change if we keep doing them the way we have been? No, it won't. So it's just a focus and hopefully over the last couple of days where, we've had a couple of days off, hopefully guys can refocus and understand what it takes to win football games. Again, starting with myself and all the way down to the coordinators and position coaches. So we can get this done. Still believe we can get this done, but we've got to refocus on what helped us in the first half of the season in terms of playing within ourselves and playing with an identity.
All right, this is a tiptoe sort of question, but you're always cool with us, so I'll just ask it. Lazard, Rodgers guy. Cobb, Rodgers guy. Obviously, the offensive coordinator, Rodgers guy.
Boyle.
And Boyle's a Rodgers guy. Do you have to carefully navigate making decisions that would tick off Rodgers? I know you're the coach, but Rodgers seems like he has a lot of say as well. Is that something that you take into consideration when you don't activate a Lazard and you don't activate a Cobb?
No. Aaron's great. When it comes to the players on the team, how you get here is one thing. How you stay here is another. And so with regards to all that, it's not a pissing contest. Don't get me wrong. It's more of an understanding. If you perform, you play. If you don't, you don't. And it doesn't matter where you were drafted. It doesn't matter how much money you've gotten. It doesn't matter how little money you've gotten. It's trying to put together the best roster we can to help us win football games. And Randall is phenomenal. Lazard, have they been playing to their standard? No. Do I think any less of them as men and players? I don't. It's not that I don't think any less of them. It's we've got to get better. We've got to get better around them. We've got to be better as coaches. And so when all decisions at the end, like I said, how you get here is one thing and how you stay here is another, and that comes down to overall performance.
Coach, is he a part of the process when you make decisions like that?
No. He's Aaron's been very supportive with everything we do, and but no, as far as personnel decisions and all that, he hasn't.
Coach, what do you do to keep your defensive players happy when this is a second straight season where they're putting up a really phenomenal effort on the defensive side of the ball and the offense just is not giving them a chance to win games? You know this, Coach. The average NFL career is like 4 years. And these are years that these guys won't get back. How do you keep the defense focused when, I'm just sorry, you guys aren't putting quarterback play on the field and offensive play on the field that's can give them a chance to win?
The biggest thing for the defense is to understand that there's the individual aspect of football is your legacy. And, the defense and understanding that it's a really cool unit and people love watching them play. I know I love watching them play. I know their teammates love watching them play, and I'll speak for the entire fan base that everyone loves watching that group play. And it's one of those deals where if you let external things, and obviously the offense is part of the team and their struggles are part of the team, but it's also an external factor. We got to take care of our own. Got to take care of your own on defense. Got to take care of your own on offense. Got to take care of your own as an individual player, and all within the team construct. But are there frustrations? Yeah, to pretend like they're not frustrated. Of course, they're frustrated. Of course, they want to play with a lead so they can get after the quarterback, which is what I think we do best. But at the same time, they understand that it's their job to get the ball back for our offense as many times as possible, and continually uphold the standard at which we operate, which is our effort, our technique, and our violence, and the soundness at which we play, and the effort at which we do it. So they're frustrated. They want more. I think everyone's frustrated, and that's okay. That's okay. But at the same time, I don't think it really affects their understanding in that there's still a standard of play at which we do it at, and that's the way they roll.
All right, the Dolphins' edge rusher, Jalen Phillips, season-ending torn Achilles. Your quarterback, after 4 plays, suffered the same injury. A lot of the Dolphins after the game said this has to change. This turf is awful at MetLife. Do you think it's the turf, Coach?
I'm not a scientist, man. It is unfortunate. There have been a lot of injuries, and who knows? Maybe there's a placebo effect in the whole thing. I have no idea. I wish I had a better answer for you. And I know that the people at the league office are relentlessly working, trying to figure out what the right answer is, and hopefully we figure it out soon.
How many turkeys does the Saleh family go through with all the kids?
Oh, man. know what? My wife baked this beautiful 20-pound turkey, and then I fried a 12-pounder. So I don't think there's any more leftovers left either. It's amazing how these little human beings eat so much food. It's crazy.
That's how they get to be big human beings. Anyway,
yes.
Happy Thanksgiving. I know it wasn't the greatest weekend for you, but we thank you for coming on with us.
No, thank you guys. Really appreciate you all.
All right. That was the Robert Saleh Report, brought to you by Sloman's. Sloman's has low-price home heating oil for all New York football fans. Low prices, zero sacrifices for 100 years. Sloman's has been a staple in home comfort. Call 1-866-OIL-DEAL and Infinity.com. Discover more about the luxury and performance of an Infinity QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com or visit your local Infinity dealer today. Peter, so you think he doesn't love us, really?
I think in that moment, the feeling was not love.
But I get where he's coming from. It's like, wait a minute, you're desperately wanted him gone, and now you want him back.
No, we didn't want him gone. We didn't want him to be the backup quarterback.
Well, for the record, that was Michael's question. I at no point this weekend was thinking, you got to get Zach Wilson back out there either. While I thought, how can you be excited to send back Tim Boyle, I also didn't think, let's make sure we get... Well, the reason they can't tell you the answer to no Wilson, it's because they're done. They're ready to move on.
I do get the sense that, you're down 30-0 at the half against Atlanta. You're going to see Trevor Siemian in the second half. He will get his shot if Tim Boyle doesn't play well. I think they're just done with Zach.
Football Mondays on 98.